Hey Bookworms, it's Jenna. I have a cold, so excuse my um stuffy sound. I've been trying to get over it. It's just not going well. The weather extreme changes in the Ohio area has got to me apparently. So anyway, we're gonna do our little Weena today, and I have already got her sketched on the back. Oop, I forgot I was gonna trace it before, but I'm gonna go ahead and trace it here now. So I've already did all my marks on the back there. I love how cute this picture is. It's like exactly how I imagined her to look with the big eyes. And then I have my watercolor pencils out today that I'm going to use. Hopefully I'm talking loud enough. I can't really hear myself either. Everything sounds muffled, so I can't tell how loud I'm being. Hopefully the camera is picking up everything okay. But yeah, so I have had these watercolor pencils, the ones I'm getting ready to use, for forever and ever and ever, like years. And then I like forgot about them and refound them and realized that like I think I'd only like opened them up one time. So they're practically brand new. They're inexpensive ones though. They're the Michaels brand. So don't feel like you have to spend a lot of money on your supplies, and use what you have. I've really been loving all the watercolor stuff recently. I think when we first started doing this, I did a lot of acrylic on these little paintings. But recently I've been really into the watercolor. So do whatever you're most comfortable with. For the most part, a lot of the techniques will be similar since we're painting in some form or another. But yeah. Been working on your guys' new subscription that's coming out soon. I'm so excited to get those out to you guys. I think I've pretty much got everything that needs to go in. I just got to get them together. I think I do. I say that, but I haven't taken a full inventory yet. All right. So I'm going to pull this back up again. That's pretty good. So I'm going to leave my tracer here so I can use that as my reference and just sort of put in a few more very light okay, and then I'm trying to decide if I want to okay. Hopefully you guys can see that in the camera. Pull it up so you can see a little better. It's nice and light. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the skin tone, which I'm going to start with like just an orangey color. I'm going to lightly, I'm not going to press very hard because I don't want it to come like translate as true orange. I'm going to lightly color with my watercolor pencil just around the edges. And I'm going to use a few colors before I actually put the water on here. I'm also going to grab the yellow. So this one's golden yellow is what it's calling it. And just add a little bit And then I'm going to grab a pink. What's this one called? It says dark pink. I don't think I have a light pink. I'm going to put a little, very light blush of color right under her cheek, or right under her eye on her cheek there. I'm going to put a little across her nose. And then I'm going to go ahead and start watering this down and see what happens. So I've got a couple of my favorite brushes here and some water. Hopefully this turns into the skin tone I was hoping. I feel like it's doing pretty good so far. Sorry, it's like can't keep up with the runny nose. All right. I'm pretty happy with that. The orange turned out exactly what I was hoping, actually. I feel like that did the most of what I was looking for. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the orange in here. Add a little more pink to her cheeks again. I feel like it sort of washed away. All right. I'm going to dampen the lip area because I want to put some of this color right over her lips. And I'm going right over the mouth crease there, and I'm going to, let me grab a paper towel. Hold on. I need something to dab my brush on. And then I'm going to sort of pull that color maybe. There we go. And then I'm going to pull it up to the top of the lip. I like that, how it almost looks like it's diffused. Okay. So I'm trying to think. Next I'm going to do some browns and yellow in her hair. So this one is called Clay Yellow. So this is actually probably a perfect color. Because we do want her hair to be more of like a dark gold. So I'm going to follow some of these lines that I've already created for her hair and her curls. And then I'm going to darken the area up underneath her hairline, like around the jawline and the neck. And then right here, around the face a little more. And then I just realized I did not color her ears. So I'm going to use my orangey for that area. Okay. I'm going to grab my brush again. Put some water on the ears there to get that color back the way I want it. And then let's go ahead and see what happens when we wet the hair area. I'm going to add some more curls that sort of go off to the side here. Like on the other side. There we go. Make them a little more wild. There we go. Okay. Now I am going to try to find a lighter brown color. Put a little more depth into the hair. So this is a medium brown I'm using. Alright. So my husband's getting ready to blow the leaves out of our gutter, so hopefully you guys don't hear too much of that noise. Alright. It's looking pretty cute. I am going to add a little more darker on the root up here, I think. Definitely needs a little more definition through here. Okay. Let's see. So I'm just adding some shading with the brown. I'm going to do a really light blue for her gown. Blue for the eyes. Right. And then I'm going to grab my ink pen. I need this a little drier. Oops. I'm going to take some of these pencil marks off. Okay. All right, and now I'm going to take my micron. I've got the one. Hopefully, yeah. Give her her eyelashes. Sorry, no, it's gross. Okay. Let's see. Trying to decide if there's anything else to do. Let's do my white. I don't know if this will work. I'm going to dip my pencil in the water. I would like to do a highlight on her eye. No, it's not really doing what I was hoping. Breaking all my acrylic markers. I always have to have a highlight on the eyes. I don't know why that is, but it makes such a big difference to me. Alright, let's see. I'm going to make the pupils bigger. Make them a little more dough-like. Alright, and then it's not doing what I'm hoping either. There we go. That's a little better. It's just not very bright though. What is going on? That's a little better. Okay. At least she's got a little bit of highlight going on. I am going to eyebrows got a little crazy on me, so for some reason this white marker is bringing that all back together. There we go. I like that better. So got the watercolor pencils going and the acrylic markers going. You never know what I'm going to end up with. That's what's fun about these little paintings. You can just sort of do whatever you want. Alright. Let's see if this is... Sometimes I make these mistakes and I don't like them, but that looks good. I like that. Let's add another dimension. I don't know what happened on her chin there. That's still looking weird. I feel like it dried even darker. Huh. Okay. Well, let's see. She's a little bit spooky. I like her though. Okay. I think I'm done with my Weena. I like it. All right. That is what I'm going to do for now. So I've got little Weena here. Let me pull her up so you guys can see her. It's cute. And she'll get put into the book after the Morlocks. There she is. We've got her in. All of our fun ones we've been doing. Alright, you guys. I love seeing yours. I've seen some really beautiful ones. I love your bookmarks and your mini museums. It's been very cool. And I will see you all soon. Bye.